Hi guys, so this video is about, it's just a friendly warning to Mike and Brian. Uh, Alright, so this video, because I just want to do this reaction video on the one I just watched from Brian Smith, which is the interview. He was doing an interview with Mike and Brian. And then when I saw that, of course, I was concerned. I was very concerned for Mike and May. I don't know much about Brian. I think he's also has a channel name. It's me. I went there. I don't see that much video to know him, but from what from what I have seen from the video, he looked like a good guy. I understand they were friends. They were both trucker. I think there are three of them. The other one is Pete. Pete is the one I have I've said it that he looked a lot older than these two gentlemen here. And then for some reason it's supposed to be three partnership. Now it's down to two. Pete got out, and I was very happy for Pete. Honestly, I was so happy. I said yes. It's not like why I'm so happy for Pete, because Pete is is older man, and then I was like, for me, I really kind of against for any expat that are thinking retiring in the Philippines, and then you're going to start using your savings to start your own business. That is a very scary part for me. That hopefully I can warn expat not to do that, or just be careful. I mean, I don't want to be too negative. Of course, I am in real life. I'm a very positive person. I like to encourage people. But when you are talking about your life savings here, and then you are on your when you're getting older, you're like in the late 50 or early 60, something like that, I really discourage people from to do any more things anymore. Try to do. And like I was again watching that video again. Brian Smith was saying, based on experience, you're going to be going through trial and errors. Folks, this is not the time for trial and error when you are in your late lives. There's no for me there's no more trial and error. Okay. For I keep saying to my viewer, you have to just enjoy your retirement. I mean, you worked hard all your life. Once you retire, stay retired. Don't do anything. Just enjoy your life. And then I also have because I'm not saying why I'm concerned about Mike and May, and not too much on Brian. It's me, because I kind of have followed Mike and May for a little bit, and try to reach out to him. I don't know how many times I tried to reach out to him, and he finally responds to me, and then he said he promised he's going to talk to me when he get back here. And I said okay, let's do it, because I just want to share what I have gathered information. And Mike said they were just tired, they're still tired from jet lag, and then said but he promised that he's gonna get back to me, and he never did. So, but that's okay. So I waited. I give them a chance to recover. But since I never heard back from Mike and May, so I decided I'm gonna make this reaction video just to kind of friendly warnings to them, what I have gathered. After watching that video, and I was just happened. It so happened to also I was on the Facebook, and I have seen I've been seeing my friend. This is a friend of mine in the Philippines was posting. I never really pay attention. I never really pay attention. Seeing him posting with with kind of very important people. And then finally I said, even we were friends, and I said, hey, you know what, can you tell me exactly what you're doing right now? Because I keep seeing you, be with a lot of important people. What are you exactly doing right now? This is my childhood friend, and he said, he's in the I think it's called it's aquaculture business or aqua farming business. And I was like, wow. And then he said, oh, you go, he told me to go. Oh, actually, it's on his page, on his Facebook page. This is like the business. So I kind of, so at that time I was curious. I clicked and I went there, and I said, oh, amazing. I was so amazed because this is exactly, he's in the business of exactly what they're trying to do here, between Mike and Brian. And I said, oh, okay. So I said, let me ask you something, because I've seen this. They have this also, like like Brian Smith, milkfish pond. I say, when you have that kind of type of a business, how are you going to make sure that your caretaker is not going to steal from you? And my friend said, you can. You just have to trust them and treat them good, because there's no guarantee that they're not going to steal or anything like that. You just can. I said, oh, really? I was really surprised. I thought there's a way around to maybe with the security camera. I know this is I'm telling you, folks, I'm not bragging this. My friend was working very big company. Okay, this is a very big company in the Philippines, and then he was kind of I don't want to say the name. They were exporting milkfish to and also the like a fish food to U.S., to other countries, even to Europe. That's why I'm seeing he was meeting like I think ambassador of U.S., and then like ambassador or something, like very important people of Canada, all type of things. And then I asked him again. I said, okay, so you just have to kind of trust them. I said, what can you tell me about this this type of business? And then he said to me that it's kind of it's a tough business, because your major the number one concern was the customer base. You have to have a good customer base. That's the hard part. But of course, he's working for a big company. They don't have. He was just telling me in case if I wanted to go into the business, that kind of business. He was saying to me that your number one concern was to get customer. You got to have a customer. I have said this from day one, when I was making my reaction video of Brian Smith. I said the one thing that I keep saying that he has to have a dealer or something, like a customer base that are willing, are more than willing to take his harvest. Without that, I don't care how good you are with your harvest, or with farming, or how do you say, with producing a lot of fish. It doesn't matter if you don't have an outlet to sell them. You're gonna be screwed. So I know that, because I've been in sales business before. I was I worked for one of the top 5 manufacturing in footwear, and I also carry a garment business. I was selling garment, so I know the market. I know it's not. when you're working for a big company, it's much easier than when you're working for a smaller company. When I say that, kind of, I know that it's kind of hard, to promote that unknown brand, because that's what I have. I was working for a big company. At the same time, I had my sideline that I carry from a smaller company, you know. So, but since I was, people know me from my big company, it's much easier for me to kind of to market the smaller uh, merchant. So that's what I try to warn, Brian and Mike and Brian. Just be very careful, because I heard it. I know they're very excited. They're very excited. They're thinking of like expanding, and then they're thinking of expanding, and they're also thinking of about maybe creating a system that they can just instead of buying a lot of feed, they can produce themselves, and they can it's, of course, when you can do that, it's all money making, right? And they can help other farmers. I mean, it's a beautiful dream. It's a beautiful dream, but is it possible? I don't know. I also tried to Google it. I did not really do a long research. I just kind of Google it. I'm trying to Google to see if there's any American or foreigner, farmers, or fish farming that are very successful in the Philippines. I did not see any, on my quick search. But if maybe the viewer knows somebody, you can just comment below to see if there's any successful, foreigner investor in agriculture or in fish business. Just let me know, because I did search. I did not see anything, and we have seen so many have failed. We have seen what happened to Mitch. Mitch is the when I interview Mitch, I asked Mitch. I said, Mitch, do you have any experience, about farming, or do you have any experience in business? And he said no, because he was told that the lot has about 300 or something coconut, and in his mind, 300 300 tree of coconut tree. Once you harvest it, you could generate a lot of money, and the farm can kind of pay for itself. That's was his thinking at that time. I don't know if that is what they told him, or or that was just his he was thinking that way. I don't know, but that's what Mitch told me on my interview. And then, so right now we are with Mike and Brian. We all know that I watch Mike video, and I think he also have some health issue. I don't know how serious. I think he's fine right now, which is good. But looking at them, I'm just thinking, maybe Mike is not. I know that he's not on his Social Security yet, so he probably around 58 to maybe 58 or close to maybe 60 or something like that. And Brian looked like a young guy. He probably maybe in the early 50s or something like that. So what I'm trying to say, they are not getting any younger. I mean, when you go into this type of business, farming or aquaculture farming, it's a lot of work. We have seen Brian Smith. We have seen him just to do the harvest. He has to have there was like 5 or 6 people to carry the net, and take them the whole day. It's a lot of work, and we all know that it's going to be involved a lot of work. And then they were talking about their goal was to have like a 32 pond. Can you imagine that? 32 pond. Do you have the customer to swallow this 32 pond once you harvest? So that I just want to point that out. So don't take it wrong. I'm not trying to, I'm not trying to give you the negative, but I'm giving you the truth. This is from my friend who's an expert in this business. And I mean, I'm not promising you. I mean, if you guys are successful, if let's say down the road, if you need help, I mean, I can introduce you to my friend. He has a good connection with the Philippine government official. So yeah, I mean, I know a lot of people, and then I like some of my friends are in business in big business in the Philippines. Uh, it's just like I told you that a friend of mine was he was a supplier of a Jollibee and other food chains, and then I also have a friend in recycle business. These are big company. All right, I don't want to give the name because of some of the troll. But eventually, once I retired, you will see it. I'm not just here talking BS. At the same time, I have to be very careful because the business in the Philippines is not the same. You don't show your secret. You don't show it. You don't show your secret. That's why I think I have shared this long time ago. I said, you know what? Sometime I want to let's say go to a factory and film and show to people how they do it. But at the same time, I know I cannot do that because you are sharing this like a secret. I know that because when we have a factory, we will not let anybody come into the factory. No, there's no way. Even sometimes, even not for friends, you don't do that because this is your secret, your threats, what we call threat secret. You don't show it. So I don't know. Maybe the American way is different, but in the Philippines, it's very, very. We are very like closed circuit. We don't. You don't just go in there. But of course, my friend, I can go in there. Actually, my a friend, when I went back to the Philippines, he was showing me his factory, and even the secret, But I don't want to, say this on camera, because I mean, a lot of expats have shared this. Every time you share something, every time there's a business that like money to be made, you're gonna have a competition right away in a month or so. If you live in the Philippines long enough, you understand that. So that's why when I was still in the Philippines, when I was still in the sell business, if you go to the store, right? If I go to my customer. Of course, when we go see the customer, I say, hey, let's say, hey, Joe, how's business? Our business is just okay. It's okay. That's what we always do. Nobody gonna say, oh, fantastic, business is fantastic. You're not gonna get that in the Philippines, all right? I'm gonna tell you the trade secret. Why is that? Every time you go there, the store owner will tell you it's okay. It's a slow season, but we're just getting by, because they're smart. Why would they tell you if they're making money? If they tell you they're making money, and then you're gonna be focusing on their business, and you're gonna be the their competition. So we don't tell you that. This is I'm just sharing to you, the Philippine type of business. So. Now let's go back to Mike and Brian. I think for them, I think hiring Tata and Gina, I think that was a perfect scenario. Tata is a man of multiple skill. He's very talented, and same thing with Gina. Gina is smart, young, speak good English, and then she will be perfect for that position as like a like go between the foreigners and also the locals. So you need somebody like that if you want to go in business. So you need somebody like that. And Gina can do a little bit, making like what she's doing. She's making food for the workers, and maybe help clean up a little bit. And then I think, for if this is me, if I'm the owner, I will not be counting on Tata so much, because Tata is not getting younger anymore. Tata can be like a supervisor. I think that's what Mike have said, to me on the comment. They have hired Tata as like a foreman, which is perfect. I think that's a perfect scenario. You can be just I mean, I would not be expecting, if Tata is working for me, I would not be expecting him to be digging hole or something like that. Give it to the young guys, and let him do the more technical work, more skill, So that's just me. So I think for Mike to hiring Tata and Gina, that was a perfect scenario for them. And then hopefully they would just make it like a hobby business, not to go to the extreme, like you want to make money. I don't know. It's just tough. I don't think it's not easy to make money in peso when you are making money in dollar. It's not easy. All right. So that's just my my opinion, and then it's up to them. I'm sure they're not gonna listen to me. I'm sure they have there's I always said that there's gonna be another foreigner thinking that they have a better idea than the foreigner before. We have seen that I'm not bashing on Brian. He has many failure in the in his project. As I think most of it, I would say that because of he doesn't have a customer base that is gonna take his harvest. That's, I think, that one of the major thing. I mean, he can say whatever, it's like because I have seen. I don't want to go back to what I have said before, but that's just my observation. I think that's critical was that you don't have the customer base. And then you have to remember though, when you're a foreigner and then you want to do a business with a Filipino, it's kind of they always look at the foreigner as a rich person. In their mind, they were like thinking, why do you need to compete with my fellow countrymen? I understand that both Mike and Brian are married to a Filipina. I understand that part, but still, you're still a foreigner, and your Filipina is still will be considered a foreigner because they are married to a foreigner, not just the mentality. So if you are really going to go into the business in the Philippines, you may as well just be keep a low key, let the wife do handling the business. But I don't think you're going to be able to do that. I don't think so. I don't think Mike and Brian will be be happy in the background. I think they want to get involved. Even probably it's not wise to do that, but I think that will be the case. So what else? What else I'm trying to say? The other things this is just my opinion and my reaction video. The other things right now, we love to see Gina making update on the farm, of course, on Mike and Brian farm. But for me, down the road, I think probably they have to talk to Gina about that. Because again, you are you are sharing the like a trade secret of the farm. So if that was me, if I'm the owner, I would not let my employee to be filming my farm. Absolutely not, because if you do that, then I don't think you are in the business. Then you're in the business of blogging. So you have to you have to. Well, I'm just we just have to be clarify these things. Either you want to be in business, or you would just want to be a blogger. It's simple as that. I just tell it like it is. What I have observed, what I'm thinking. So this is up to them. But if that was me, I would not, like I said, I would not let my employee be filming. No camera in the farm, or like if the owners want to do that, hey, they're the boss, they can do that, but others should not be doing that. That's just my humble opinion. Other than that, they're perfect. Gina and Tata are just, for me, what I'm seeing here, they are perfect to help them. And then the other thing I want to mention, though, see, Consing is, she owned the, she's the owner of the land. I know they other people have concern about the sales of the land. I'm not going to get into that because I don't know anything about that. But what I'm trying to point out, though, Consing is also as we all know, she's an expert in in farming, right? I always just think about it. Why can she just sell half of the land and then keep the other half, and then use the money from the sales, and then start her own business, her whatever farming business or aqua farming business? Why can she do that? She's an expert. She knows a lot of especially she know her lot. She know the local. Why doesn't she do that? The answer is simple. It's not about because she doesn't have money, because she know she's not gonna make money on farming. It's almost like the money you're making is just to put on your tummy. That's it. So she is better off just work for somebody. I think that that's it. Some other people like I think that's what Consing has is they plant like bamboo or coconut tree or banana tree, because you don't pretty almost like you don't have to do anything, especially the coconut tree. We have seen it on Terrence and Beth channel. That's what Nana was doing. She have lots of coconut tree, and then I think once a year or twice a year, they harvest it and they sell it. That's where the money coming from. That's all their income was from the selling of the coconut. Of course, they can do that because they have a very simple lifestyle in the mountain. So anyway, so I thought I just make this video, so hopefully we can not only warning to Mike and Brian, but also to the other expat or foreigner that are thinking to go into the Philippines to start a business. And you just have to be very careful. If my friend who's an expert, who's dealing with not only in the Philippines, the business in the Philippines, they are also exporting their product to other country, foreign country, is saying to me that you need to be, that the number one problem is the finding your customer. All right. So if the local is warning, us about that, let alone you're a foreigner, you're going to you're going to almost like invading a country, and then you want to take away some of their livelihood. I'm sorry to say that, but that because you're competing with the local here. You're competing even again. You are also I understand that you are married to a Filipina, but the local will be looking at you. Why are you competing with with the other local? That's what they're thinking. I mean, you can ask your wife, the Filipina, or if they have any disagreement, they can come over and talk to me. I'd be happy to share with that with you guys. I have the same thing when I was in a sales business, and then by the way, my friend told me that because I was saying maybe in 3 years I will retire, go back to the Philippines. I say anytime you come here, I'll take you around. I'll take you to these places. They have 3 places in the Philippines about aquaculture farming. So it's not my like, I'm not into farming, but I might maybe I'll do that. Just for to show you guys the viewer. Maybe I'll do that. But anyway, so what else? Oh, by the way, even though talking about sales business, though, I really enjoy when I was in the Philippines, when I was in the sales business, because I was making good money. I was making like 5 or 6 times, the average Filipino at that time, and that was considered very good in the Philippines at that time. And then if you think about it, I was able to buy my house. I didn't pay the whole thing cash, but I was able to buy a house at 22. So that tells you that I was doing good. But then at the same time, I really don't like kind of like it, and at the same time feel the pressure. I feel so much pressure that you're not gonna believe it. After I migrate to US, I still have nightmare. I don't know how many years. I think like more than 10 years. I still have nightmare about sales business. I'm not kidding you, because one of the toughest time during my sales career was January 1st. When January 1st hit, I'm always I felt like I'm depressed, because that's the time is the business so slow. It was so slow that I mean, December is it's a happy time. Lot of orders. You're gonna get lots of order. You make a lot of money in commission, and then come January is the slowest time. The store are not ordering because they're trying to get rid of all the that did not sell during Christmas holiday. So the store usually like to do their inventory in January. So January is a bad year for it's a bad month for the sales people. So that's why every time even after I migrate to US, I still have that nightmare. Like sometimes I will wake up, I will say, "Oh my God, I have to go get the sales today." Like, and like, I'm a butler. What do I know about the sales? I'm telling you, it's not. It's so much pressure. It's good money, but the pressure is no joke. It'll give you nightmares. Anyway, so let me know your experience in people in sales business. Let me know your experience. You probably know what I'm talking about. When if you're in the sales business. Thank you again for watching. Thank you. Take care. Stay safe, and God bless. Bye bye.